When the beast showed up to steal the scratching tree, Yum Yen ran up there to fight him.
Ooh, Yum Yen sounds very brave. You must have a lot of stories about him.
Oh, that's not even half the legend.
Netflix, you and DreamWorks just gotta chill out. Y'all just over here making sweet love and producing shit like Kipo in the Age of Wonderbeasts. This is just a prodigal child here that's gonna grow up and be amazing. And you guys, I don't know how you do it, but you just do it so well. You just kicked off the year and you're making sweet babies like this. Like, please pace yourselves, come on. Like, we are just in the month of January and already we got this heat. Like, chill out a minute. I don't want you to hurt yourselves. I really don't. We care about you because you make some good stuff. You do. So please, take it easy. Especially after this.
Yeah, it's a real paradise.
The show is created by Radford Christ, based on his webcomic called Kipo. I find it pretty nice someone is able to make their comic into a show and still be in control of it. You just love to see it, honestly. That's always something I really enjoy, when someone can make something from a comic and manage to turn it into something better. I just really appreciate that. The premise is about a girl named Kipo who has to survive a post-apocalyptic world filled with mutants and animals after living a sheltered life underground for so long and try to reunite with her dad. It does this premise well by having such a strong and imaginative world for Kipo to try to survive in. Every episode revolves around going to some place filled with a colorful cast of characters or some great danger, and it's just a ton of fun all throughout. It even has some mystery to it with wanting to find out why things are the way they are. So you do get some major investment with this world and what's going on. That's something that they were able to do pretty well here. The characters bring a total likability to this series. You'll just love everyone you come across. Kipo is a fun-loving girl. She just enjoys all things cute. To a fault, honestly. She has a major naivete about her since she's lived underground her whole life, so being thrown into this dangerous world completely throws her off. But she didn't waste all her time underground doing nothing. She actually spent a lot of time learning about the surface and being able to understand certain things that happen, so you can kinda understand how she's able to go through this without dying. You can't be on board with her wanting to get home and reunite with her dad. She even tries to see the good in others, mainly because she has a nice personality to her. She's all about talking things out rather than trying to fight everything that comes her way. Doesn't mean she won't fight when presented with a non-negotiable threat. There's a certain thing about her that gets you to wonder what is her full backstory to keep you interested. Kipo also has this friend she named Wolf who doesn't take any shit from this crazy world. She's this little kid survivalist who helps Kipo basically stay alive through everything and has zero tolerance for Kipo's more chipper attitude. She also has a clear prejudice against mutants, or mutes as she calls them, due to a fairly heartbreaking story. I mean, seriously, it will tug at your heartstrings, I promise you that, so you better have a box of tissues right on hand when that happens, cause you will have some tears. I tell you now, there will be waterworks. Her and Kipo form a strong sisterhood throughout their journey, and it's very genuine. You can feel a great bond between them. There's these two named Benson and Dave, one being human, the other being a bug who goes through an entire life cycle in one day, which is just hilarious. They at first seemed like con men, but managed to prove they wouldn't let others get hurt and find purpose with Kipo and Wolf. They help look out for the gang and bring some nice comedy. Granted, everyone has something pretty funny about them here, but they bring a good chunk of the jokes. They have a lovable kinship between them that you just gotta love about them. This is honestly just a fun and likable group to be around. You can't hate anyone here with how they connect so strongly to each other, to a point they feel like family. A very odd family, but a family nonetheless.
It's about to come down. You sure you don't want to take one last look? See if you can spot your people?
There's no time. I won't put my friends at risk. Not again.
Come on, one look. That's an order from your alpha.
The world Kipo and the gang have to traverse through is pretty fascinating. It's a destroyed Earth that's covered in greenery and has this strong nature vibe to it, which makes sense considering the humans went underground. It's filled with all these different creatures with some type of unique, weird quirk to them. You have some that have multiple limbs, some that are just big, and some that wear suits and are in a mob. I did say it was weird. Hell, it even has dubstep bees and lumberjack cats. There's always some type of oddity for the group to come across here, and god damn it, it's charming. Every new thing just has some fun thing about them. Whether it's singing lumberjack cats or mob frogs, you just can't help but fall in love with this world. The world does have dangers, of course. The gang ends up having to run from this big boss called Scarlemagne. No, he's not related to that radio personality. Though he is a monkey, so that might actually build some type of connection. Anyway, he practically keeps the world under his thumb with how he keeps rule over everyone. Every time the gang comes across a new thing, there's some speck of influence from him that you can feel. It also helps this series that the soundtrack can be banging. The big reason for that is because a few composers from Into the Spider-Verse actually worked on it, like James Cartwright and Keir Lehman. It just adds to the experience with everything like the score and original songs and even the licensed songs. Also, I really appreciate whenever creatives put their taste in music in their shows instead of just going with what's on the top of the charts. It adds that nice flavor of uniqueness that's just irresistible and also puts you onto some heat you didn't know about. And I must say, thank goodness they put the soundtrack on YouTube for everyone to listen to. I always hate it when a show has a bomb-ass soundtrack and it never is available, so thank you to the crew for that.
All life started with the Big Bang.
An explosion so great from which we all sprang.
The universe dispersed mass, traverses space, time past, space expanding mad fast. Stars made of light and gas. Cosmos with billions of stars gleaming.
These are the events that brought us worlds into being.
New time.
The animation is amazing with how everything blends. The big reason for that is because the studio behind this series is Studio Mir, the ones responsible for stuff like Legends of Korra, Voltron, Legendary Defenders, and all that. The background work has a vibrancy that pops off the screen. It will give you a great appreciation of nature with these luscious greens, and it makes the night so amazing to look at with these great soft and hard purples. The designs of this show goes a long way with each creature you come across. You can feel the great sense of detail with every single one of them. The movement has a nice feel to it as well that's reminiscent of the original Teen Titans series. Action scenes have a great suspense to them with how they're executed, and fight choreography is very fun and exciting. They really were trying to outdo themselves with this, and you feel the love and care put into everything here.
Nope, no biggie.
So this season comes in strong with a lot. We find out Kipo is actually part mutant. Wolf was originally part of a pack of wolves that turned on her and tried to use her as prey. Benson is gay. Kipo's father gets kidnapped by Scarlemagne, whose big plans are to turn all the humans into his servants with this type of spray he made. This season came jam-packed with everything, and it's executed very well. It's also well-paced in how it does everything. You don't feel bored with each episode. It's only just 10 episodes, and it knows what to do with those 10 episodes. You are invested all the way through from just the first to last episode. They keep you hooked with everything. Wolf's backstory makes you want to give her a hug because of how bad you feel for her. Benson revealing he's gay was done in a pretty heartfelt but also funny way that really subverts your expectations, and Kipo just got the biggest surprise with being a mute that definitely makes you want to see what's going to happen next season. The crew had to take some years to really try to perfect this season, and it really shows. It leaves that lasting impression, and boy almighty, y'all do that tenfold here. Like, come on, stand up. You guys deserve a round of applause. You did the thing. Y'all did great. This show is pure excellence. Everything about this is phenomenal all the way through, and it's just the first season. I can only hope and wonder what's gonna happen for next season. The story gets you hooked and wanting to find out what's truly going on. The characters, be they main or side, bring great likability to the table with how fun and heartfelt they can be. The world has all these unique elements that you couldn't go wrong on. I mean, with lumberjack cats and dubstep bees, how could you not have fun? You connect with everyone very fast. The animation is amazing with a great sense of design that brings out the beauty of nature and the travesty of the apocalypse at the same time, and a soundtrack that is an absolute must to download. This series is absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait for there to be more. But that's just a thought.